the same time. Like,
We were trying to say that we're going to go to
Sir.
dinner and that I wanted family time.
Everything is always a big argument. We've been going through this rodeo for years.
We're done here.
Sir.
No, we're done here.
We need to get a divorce, sir.
You saved all my letters.
Yeah.
All my inmate stuff.
That's what it looks like clean.
Something triggered him. He didn't know how else to tell me no. He walked out. Maybe he's with this other woman. I'm done with him.
So you guys were driving to the chapel and
Yeah,
you flipped out?
Something triggered him. I don't know. He just can't take stupid jokes. It's like he did it on purpose. He had to do this right before. I made a stupid joke. And Clint got mad and walked out. In my
Girl,
eyes,
hey.
it's his excuse to not renew our vows.
Hey,
He
boy,
didn't
hey.
tell me no, so he walked out. He didn't really want to do it for real or something. But he doesn't do this with me, then I'm done with him. I'm just freaking out.
Did you all hit the share button?
Maybe he's with this other woman.
Let me pause this.
Oh, there he is, right there. Thanks a lot for leaving me.
Well, thanks a lot for running your mouth and not knowing when to shut up.
Here.
Water?
I was getting caught up
If you
on.
don't do this with me, I'm done.
You always got some smart ass to say.
If you don't do this with me, I'm done.
So it's now or never, huh?
I'm watching Love After Lockup.
You're full yesterday.
But it's actually Life After Lockup.
That is leave you.
Is that what it's called? Love After Lockup, Life After Lockup, something. Baby, these people are something that, hey, hey, Curtis Cook. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, boy, hey. What's going on, y'all? It's been a few days since I've seen you. I got a few pieces of candy left. Andrew tried to eat them up. Andrew Hudson. Good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig TheWriter Stewart, and this is the Facebook and YouTube live versions of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Thank you. It says good day thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. It's available over at CraigTheWriterStewart.com. Right along with this, hey niece, mug, and hey girl, hey, and all them other things. See that? But I was watching Love After Lockup. I guess this is season, I don't know what season this is. But anyway, it's the one where the girl, the one that left the guy and she went out and got, caught up on the drugs again, and she stole the car, and it's the one that's dating Clint. So they out in Vegas, and they supposed to be renewing their vows, and he done stood her up at the yeah, I think it's season 3. He done left her up at the altar. He done stood her up. But listen, this show is so extra. Like, it's so sad to see people so caught up in a relationship that's really not healthy, that's really not good for them, right? Yes, one book is 22, 36, 354. All right, Andrew, for being over on YouTube to give the people their information. But, I'm watching it, and what's the black girl's name? Megan? No, is that the white girl? What's the black girl that came from Dallas and or Houston or somewhere, and she with the black boy with the braids, and he's dating the white girl, he's married to the white girl, and they got the kids together. Girl, this black girl, she's so wide open. She's so sprung. It's really sad because the only thing that I can keep thinking about as I'm watching it is how we truly do date at the level of our self-esteem. If you're dating some trash, it's because your self-esteem is down here in the dumps. If you know you're in a relationship and you're not getting what you deserve, you're not getting your comeuppance. There's a word, comeuppance. And I don't mean like you've been in a relationship for a while, because you know sometimes you're in a relationship and after a while, you know, it's not as healthy, not so much healthy, but you're in the relationship and the person that you're with is not really giving you all that you deserve because they kind of get lazy, you know, because you've been in a relationship. I'm not even so much talking about that, even though you need to snap him or her into place too. But I'm talking about in the beginning, like this black girl that flew to Michigan. And like, I'm literally just getting caught up. I can't think of her name. What's her name? What's the white girl's name? Anyway, it's the one where the black guy, he got the braids. And he's dating the black girl and he's married to the white girl. Sarah. Thank you. Thank you, Simply Kalia. Yeah, he cheating on all of them. And it's like, first of all, the black girl is a virgin. And so, you know, the first piece of dick, you know, the first piece of, you know, that first piece of penis got her so sprung. That first piece of ill nana got her so wide open, she can't even think straight. And all I'm thinking about is I'm thinking about my nieces. You know what I'm saying? I have a niece. One of them is, wow, Jayla got to be about 14. And then it's Journey, who's 3. So I'm just thinking about them. I'm like, I don't want them to grow up to be dumb girls. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying? I don't want them to grow up to be dumb girls. Now, you know, we all have to have our experiences where we get a little heartbroken. But see, I think that teaches you how to persevere and how to choose better, right? But this girl, Megan, it's like that little piece of dick done got her. So how you fucking me in the shower and you got this medic alert thing on your ankle? You got this house alert. How you? How's she letting him fuck her in the... Girl, how you... And clearly they probably ain't used no condom. They all in the shower getting it in. This show is a mess. Do you hear me? I told you before, I don't watch a lot of TV. But when I do, I like it ratchet like this. But you have to have small doses of ratchetness. I have to balance it out with my Queen Sugar, my Black Love. You know, you got to balance it out. I can't watch all of these things. You know what I'm saying? Then I'll be around here cussing and carrying on. I have not situated my situation. I got on these little gym shorts and these tights. But I had showered before I went to the gym, so it's really not rank. But listen, I'm still on there. Yes, Sherry, you have been asking me to watch this. A bunch of you have been asking me to watch this. Let me see, what? You ever think about making more shirts with your quotes on it, like one on... Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Maybe I need to... listen, yeah, let me do that. Put some of my quotes on some of these T-shirts. I got to think of the ones that I need that would make sense on a T-shirt. But anyway, let me get back over here to old girl. So I just feel like, you know, you with this guy, and I'm like, girl, her self-esteem has to be in the dumps. Like you are with a man who you found out is cheating on you with his wife. He has a whole wife. He got a second baby coming on the way. And then he had the nerve to get an attitude with Megan when he found out that she cheated with his best friend. And I say cheated because, you know, I believe cheating is anything that you would not do in the company or the presence of the person that you're talking to, the person that you're dating. So I'm just like, but did you see how he tried to turn it on her? Somebody said, you need a shirt that says, I've situated my situation. All right. But you see how he tried to turn it on her? He was just like, yeah, but that was some old dog shit. That was some old hoe ass shit. Like, how you gonna be talking to my man like that? And it's just like, but see, that's what they'll do to y'all. That's what they'll do to y'all. They'll make you feel like you're wrong, so then you can feel empathetic, and then you can be like, oh, well, I'm sorry. And that's how they wrap you around their finger, and that's how they end up doing you dirty. Because see, then your inhibitions lower. You drop your inhibitions, and then you're not really on top of shit like you need to be. Huh? But she putting up with this kind of foolishness at the beginning. And her father said to her, like, where's your intuition? Like your grandmother has great intuition, your mother has great intuition. Like, is this really what you think you deserve? This is love after lockup, niece. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't allow someone to make you question your instincts. I've dated people like that. It was years ago in my 20s. You know, once you get out your 20s, you shouldn't be doing certain stupid shit. Some of y'all still doing stupid shit, and you in your 40s and 50s. Certain shit you shouldn't be doing no more when you pass your 30s. Your 20s is for, you know, you making your blunders. That's in your career, that's in education, that's at your job, that's in your relationship. That's when you're supposed to make your dumb mistakes. But, you know, once you get past them 30s, Chelsea said it's the power of the dick that'll make you crazy. You got to have your instincts, niece. Because see, here's one of the things that I've learned. One of the things that I've learned is my instincts alone are enough for me to walk away. Hold on, niece. That's about to go into the book somewhere. Hold on, I got to put that down. See, sometimes I even surprise my damn self. My instincts alone. Hold on, niece. I got to put this in the file. Hold on. What did I say now? Wait. My instincts alone are enough for me to walk away. Come on, somebody. Is that on the that needs to go on a t-shirt? My instincts alone are enough for me to walk away. Either on a t-shirt or on a coffee mug. Have it wrapped right around this mug, huh? All I'm going to tell you is, you know, when I was younger, again, in my 20s, I used to feel like I had to have a tangible reason to walk away from a relationship. Oh, he cheated. Oh, he lied. Oh, he put his hands on me. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you feel like you got to have, so when people say to you, well, why did y'all break up? You can point them to something. Oh, well, you know, we broke up because child, he hit the. No, I don't have to have no reason. My instincts alone are now enough for me to walk away. You don't have to have a tangible reason. And when they say, well, babe, why are we breaking up? Something in my spirit it's in my spirit. That's all you got to tell. It's in my spirit. Something I just can't, There's something in my spirit, something in my instincts. Thank you, Bianca. She said I look cute in my hat. I was looking for a new one because, you know, once you have, this one of them dry fit hats, but it done got wet so many times from me sweating that it really needs a good cleaning. Now, I could spray it with some Febreze, but she needs a good washing. But then the shape and stuff is going to change if I... This is the only flavor that I like, Terry. is the spicy apple. Now I've had the mango. It's okay, but I don't love it. Excuse me. So, but my thing is, I'm thinking about this girl, and I'm just like, either her instincts haven't kicked in yet. She hasn't learned to trust her instincts, or her self-esteem is just in the trash. And my question is, again, going back to my nieces, for us grown folk, especially women, I'm speaking to the women in particular right now, as mothers, those of you that are mothers to girls, how do you teach women, how do you teach your young girls how to weather a breakup, how to weather a heartache? Like, what tools can you give them? And even to the fathers, you know what I'm saying? Because even as an uncle to girls, I sometimes think, like, what tools can I give them? What resources, what knowledge can I give them to teach them that you can get through a breakup, that you can walk away? And you know what I realized? Baby, this fourth book is going to light y'all up, because in this fourth book, there's a part in the book where I talk about, what chapter is that in? It's either in the dating chapter or it's in the chapter called Love and Fear. It's called Love and Fear. But you know why some people stay in dysfunctional relationships like that? Is because they really want the pain to go away. They just want the pain to go. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you're in a situation with somebody, you're in a relationship with somebody, and your heart is broken. Your heart is broken. And the only cure, because most of us aren't patient with the pain, niece. So be patient with, you got to be patient with the pain. But see, most people aren't patient with the pain. Meaning you have to walk through that pain and just allow the time to heal the pain and allow yourself to go through the lessons and to get the lessons that you're supposed to get. You got to glean from those experiences to get those lessons. But most of us, and we've all, listen, if you've ever loved and hurt before, you know what I'm talking about. You're picking up what I'm putting down. But like, sometimes instead of us just going through the lesson, because we know we're better off not in that situation, but instead we'll pick up the phone and we'll call because it feels better. You've assuaged the pain. ASSUAGED. Assuaged. You've assuaged the pain. You've mitigated, you've lessened the pain when you pick up that phone and you call him or her, and she or he picks up the phone and you're like, hey, so what you doing? The pain goes away just a little bit. It subsides. And then if you can get the conversation to a place where y'all back together again, even though the shit need to be over with, but the pain seems to just goes away like that. But most times we really just need to just be patient with the pain and let the pain just subside gradually by itself. But we don't want to do it, so we'll get back in the relationship. Or we'll send a text message. But there's nothing like opening up that wound again when you're on the outs of the relationship and you know you need to let it go. But you're not really ready to let it go because really you're not really ready to face the pain of the breakup. So you'll send a text message, hey, what you doing? Have you ever sent that text message or made that phone call and you feel worse after it? You feel worse than before you called because you don't get the response that you were hoping for. I don't think they picking up what I'm putting down. Am I the only one that's ever been through? Am I the only? I'm looking for a witness. Am I the? You understand what I'm saying? I can't tell you how many times I was in a situation with somebody, and because I wasn't patient with the pain, I wanted to just move through the pain, and I just figured I could just erase the pain if I could just get us back to where we were. If I could just get us back on track, the pain would just go away. And then you send that text message or you place that phone call and you feel worse than before you called because you don't get the response that you were hoping for. David Pinkney. You picking up what I'm putting down, David Pinkney. DeWarren Michael. You feel me? And it's just, and so that's what I'm saying. Like, I think about my nieces. It's like, what can I teach them? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to say this, and I've said it before. Men only recognize strength. And this is for the women that date men, and this is for the men who date men. Men only recognize strength. Sometimes they'll only respect you when you show them strength. And sometimes that strength means you don't pick up the phone and call their ass. Sometimes the strength means you don't pick up the phone and call them. That's the only time that they're going to recognize you. They lose respect for you when you keep calling and texting their ass. Oh, this motherfucker keep calling me. Then they block your number, or they ignore your call. They send you the voicemail. Sometimes men only recognize strength. Let a man shit on you, and then you stop calling. You stop texting. You stop taking his phone call. That motherfucker gonna be, what's she doing? You understand what I'm saying? But you keep calling and texting, you're gonna become an annoyance. You're gonna become an annoyance. They lose respect for you. I want to be able to package all of these things, all of this wisdom, and put it in a bottle for my nieces. Like, this is really what I'm trying to do with Book of Jewels. Book of Jewels really is my love letter. It really is, because it's all of the biggest and brightest life lessons that I've ever learned. So again, and they're contained in these different chapters. So there's a chapter called Life. That's the first chapter of the book. The very last chapter of the book is called Death. So the first chapter is called Life. The last chapter is called Death. But then there's a chapter in the middle called Book of Jewels, because I feel like the jewels is something precious that you got to hold on to, So it's me just trying to package it all in a book. And so basically I tell you certain things that have happened in my life and how I arrived at the lessons. And so there's a chapter called Dating. There's a chapter called Love and Fear. There's a chapter, it was called Faith. But now I'm calling that chapter Faith versus Religion. I don't think they really ready. I don't think if they're really ready. There's a chapter called Faith versus Religion. And I was talking to my mom about it today. I'm going to mention just a little bit right now. But I had a whole conversation on today with my mom, and I've recorded it. I'm going to post it on my Patreon when I get off of here. But listen, let me say this. Hold on. Feel free. Hey, girl, hey. Hey. She said, how can I get the book? One book is $20. Where Andrew? Is he in there? One book is $20. $236, $354. Now my Cash App is TheWriter. It's up here in the caption over here on YouTube and on Facebook. But the Zelle information there is there too if you prefer to go through Zelle. But you can also purchase the books through Amazon. You can download them on Audible, wherever you can purchase books. But if you want to get them through me, I'll sign them and ship them to you. Ty, you're waiting on book 2 and 3. We're shipping out book 2 to you today. We're waiting for book 3 to come in. That's the book of quotes. You'll have it tomorrow. Those of you that have been waiting on books, you're going to get them tomorrow. Nikki came by earlier, packed them up, and sent them out. So listen, there's a chapter called, Feel Free said, I'm old school. I want the book. Niche, you can send me a money order if you want. There's a P.O. box down there. Once your money order come through by courier pigeon, we'll go ahead and ship it out. But listen, let me tell you this. So there's a chapter called Faith versus Religion. And I was saying to my mom today that one of the things that's really hanging us up as a people, thank you so much, feel free. Girl, that's a tongue twister. One of the things that I was saying to my mother today that for us as people of color, but in particular black people, religion has really hung us up. It's really hung us up. And don't misinterpret what I'm saying, right? I believe in God. I'm very spiritual. You guys know I pray every day. At the end of the videos, I say, make sure you pray, say your prayer. And if you don't believe in prayer, sit down for a moment and meditate and think about your life. No. So I believe that religion and church, that's on one arm. That's over here. Religion and church over here. Spirituality and God, that's over here. Those are separate things. And so what I try to break down for you in this new book is here's what I had to do. And I think this is what most of us have to do. You have to separate what you've been taught to believe about religion over here from what you know to be true for yourself. Because I believe that religion over here has always been about control. At one point, it was about controlling, colonizers, white folks, controlling black folks and keeping us in slavery. Now religion is so much about black folks controlling other black folks. Well, did you pay your tithes and offering? God can't bless your house unless you bless his house. You understand what I'm saying? Like they seducing you. They seduce you to pay. What? They seduce you. Well, if you pay over here, God will send you a check in the mail. Prayer ain't magic, niece. Prayer is not magic. So I try to separate the two. I talk about, those being two separate entities. And so what I've learned is I had to challenge what I was taught about religion. My grandmother taught me religion. How many times have you guys seen me sit over here at this table and I'm eating? I know y'all, I get y'all messages and y'all be like, stop all that snacking. I love watching your videos, but you be just smacking too much. I can't take it. Niece, listen, I like to enjoy my food. Sometimes by the time I get on here, it's time for me to eat. And I can't wait till I get off to eat, okay? So I just eat when I'm talking to y'all. But listen, you see me praying. I pray every time I pray when I do my meals. And I pray like this. Now, this is the Catholic thing. I'm not Catholic. But I was taught to pray by my grandmother. My grandmother was Catholic, and so she taught me how to pray. So here's what I'm saying to you. I had to learn to separate what was taught to me by my grandmother, because she's the one who taught me religion. She's the one who taught me religion. She taught me how to pray. That's why I do this. And every weekend and every summer that I went to visit my grandmother, my maternal grandmother, I was going to church. You understand what I'm saying? I was going to church. So everything that I know about religion, I adopted from her. So what I'm telling you is, think about who taught you religion. Most of what you believe about religion was passed down to you. And if you go back enough generations, that religion was handed down to us by white people. Right? So, and what I'm talking about in this book, and I ain't going to give y'all too much because I want y'all to read it, okay? What I'm saying in this book, Book of Jewels, that I'm not done writing. And this is why it's taken me so long to birth this book. Because it's important to me. It really is important, and I have to take my time. And I can't just force it. I want to make sure that it's coming through me and I'm not just sitting there writing something, right? One of the things that I write about in here is religion. Remember over here, religion and church. God and spirituality over here. Religion is the only thing that white folks allowed us to have. Religion is the only freedom that they gave us, that they afforded us. Now, why do you think that is? Because they knew they were going to control us through religion, and they still control us today. They didn't allow us to have family. They took our family. We were forced to breed. You have a kid, and then they sell your kid over here to somebody else. So we weren't allowed to get married at one point. We weren't allowed to, obviously we weren't allowed to have family. We were taken from our family. We weren't allowed to have our own language. We weren't afforded any freedom. The only thing they allowed us was religion. That's the only thing they allowed us. And so I really want to do another podcast because I still don't think I've done it justice. I really want to do another podcast, and I just got to get the right people at the table with me to really have this conversation. I really want some religious people. I really want like a pastor and stuff to have the conversation with. But I want to do another show podcast called How Religion Has Helped and Hurt Us as a People. Because religion and church, this entity of church, it's a system. Those are systems of control. And those things have really hindered us as a people. So a lot of the things that we struggle with, and I really want, this conversation that I had with my mother today was so good, I may fuck around and put it over there in that podcast pen pal group on Facebook. But I'm definitely going to put it on the Patreon tonight. But here's the thing. It's the reason why some black parents won't accept their gay children. Religion. And you got to hear some of the stuff Gladys was saying. Gladys was like, I just can't understand how a parent, in particular a mother, can carry, because you know fathers sometimes do some old fucked up shit anyway, but you don't expect certain fucked up shit from the mother. But how can a mother, either parent, but in particular a mother who's carried the child, carry a child, this is what my mother was saying, carry a child for 9 months and then abandon that child because that child is gay or queer. When I say queer, I mean he or she falls under the lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans category. And she's saying it's all because of the church. It's all rooted in the church. I done got to talking about all of this all from this little stupid ass TV show, Love at the Lockup. But the point is, with this TV show, it's just really sad to like, oh my God, like I really feel sorry for Sarah, and I feel sorry for Megan, because neither one of them know their worth. Yeah, culture definitely plays a part too, for sure. You know, we really have to figure out, because I hate to see women get taken advantage of by men. You know, and here's one of the things that I've been thinking about lately too. It's really interesting, like when I think about cheating, and I know that there are a lot of circumstances involved with cheating, right? It's never just black and white. Now the black and white stuff that we know about cheating, a lot of times, I think on the surface we think cheating is just specifically about a person being greedy. They want their cake and they want to eat it too, right? They just want to cheat. But it's not always that cut and dry. There's so many instances. Sometimes you can be starved emotionally in your relationship and you start getting fed by someone else outside of your relationship. Now, I personally believe if I was in a situation where I wasn't getting fed emotionally in my relationship, that I would just simply end the relationship. I wouldn't step out and cheat. But again, nothing is black and white. Nobody is perfect. And I cheated when I was 27. I cheated one time when I was 27. And I learned from that because I saw how, and if you read the first book, then you know what I'm talking about. I saw how it devastated him. And I saw how it hurt him. And one of the things that I've been thinking a lot about lately is I believe that I attract good people in my life, right? I believe I draw good people in my life, whether it's on a romantic level or whether it's on a platonic level. And so part of the reason that I think that I've been single for as long as I've been single is because I only attract good energy. I believe I only attract good energy. Now, I haven't always attracted just good energy. I feel like I'm bulging out in these shorts. Let me cover my situation. I believe that I only attract good energy. Now, at one point, it wasn't like that, because there was a point, and again, I talk about this in the first book, there was a point in my dating life in my 20s and 30s where I was really unsure about the choices that I was making. You know, I didn't trust the choices and the decisions that I was making, right? And so, but now I'm in a space where my energy is so good, right? I've worked on my energy. I've worked on my chi. Thank you so much, Kyle Jones. And somebody said on page 238, I love what you said about the lilies. That was Yvette. Thank you, Yvette. But I'm at a point now where I've worked on my energy. I've worked on my chi, so that I believe that I only draw in good energy. And the rest of it, I repel. I repel the rest, right? So you have to get to a place where you trust yourself enough that you know only good people and good energy are being drawn to you. But so with that being said, at this point in my life, I don't think I could cheat, because I believe I only draw in good people, and I wouldn't want to hurt a person that I consider good. You understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to hurt someone that I consider to be good people, a good person, a person with good energy. So it's not just about wanting to get over on a person. It's just like, oh my, he's such a good person. I would never want to do that to him. You understand what I'm saying? So I think it supersedes just wanting to be greedy and wanting to just have another experience, or the adrenaline rush, or, you know. But I really just think that I would hope that if I was in a situation where the relationship was so sour, if the relationship got so sour, that instead of cheating, I would just simply take a break from the relationship or end the relationship. I would just be mature enough to say that. But I think, and so again, I'm pointing all of this back to this TV show, Love After Lockup. But this girl, Megan, because she's so inexperienced, she just doesn't, she just doesn't know. She doesn't have the tools yet. She doesn't have the tools. And, and those are things that those are tools that you really can't give. You understand what I'm saying? Those are tools that you really can't give a person. Some things people have to get just through their own experience. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't really teach heartbreak or how to avoid heartbreak, because I think that's just a part of life. One of my favorite movies is, and I think we talked about this before. What's the name of that? What's the name of that movie with Diane Keaton and Jack Nicholson? We did talk about this because y'all gave me As Good as It Gets. That's not it. That's the movie with him and Helen Hunt. What's the movie with Jack Nicholson and Diane Keaton? Y'all know the name of the movie? Where y'all at? Let me look it up myself. Hold on, let me. Y'all don't know the name of the movie? Something's Gotta Give. Yes, thank you, JB. Something's Gotta Give. Well, do you remember the scene? If you saw this movie, it's called Something's Gotta Give. There's a scene in the movie where Diane Keaton and her daughter in the movie, they're down the stairs. They went down these stairs, and they're at the bottom of these stairs, and they're sitting on the beach. They're on the beach, but there's a staircase that goes down to the sand. And Diane Keaton is crying because she's heartbroken, because her relationship with Jack Nicholson is kind of going sour. And so she's crying, and her daughter says to her, "Oh, Ma, just get over it." She says, "Oh, just get over it. You know, you'll find somebody else. Just move on." And see, her daughter at that point in her life had never experienced love. She had never experienced loss. And so Diane Keaton said, what do you mean? She said, do you think you really can go through your entire life avoiding love, avoiding heartbreak? And that thing hit me like a ton of bricks, because no one can go through life without experiencing some sort of heart. Even if you've never, listen, even if you've not been in a relationship, you've crushed on somebody enough where it was heartbreaking when you realized that nothing would ever materialize. It would never really manifest. And so when she said that, when Diane Keaton said that, it really, the whole movie is really good. There were so many lessons and tools, you know, in that movie, life lessons in that movie. That's one of my favorite movies. But it's really true. And I think some people try to go through life trying to avoid heartbreak, but you can't. You really can't. No matter how many defense mechanisms you put up, no matter, It's Complicated was good too. I saw that too. No matter how many mechanisms you put up, no matter how many defense mechanisms or how many walls you put up, you can't escape it. So the best thing to do, and I talk about this in the chapter called Love and Fear, because in the chapter Love and Fear, I write about how most of us, if not all, we all crave love on some level. But we cling to fear too. And so I write about how love and fear coalesce, right? How the two are intertwined, love and fear. So like you're anxious for love, but then as soon as it shows up, you put up these walls. You put up this blockade because you want it, but you're afraid of it. And you really can't get to love without risking a heartbreak. Doesn't mean you're going to be heartbroken, but you have to take the gamble. You can't get to love without risking a heartbreak. Byron, you're late. He told me he's stepping in, closing the door softly. Everybody turn around, look at Byron. We having a good conversation. He coming in here late. He a whole 42 minutes and 17 seconds late. Listen, Sly Foxy, I was trying to have a nice conversation. He's thrown me completely off. Look at Byron. He's thrown me completely off. I can't even remember. And he thinks it's funny. Look at him just laughing. Look at him laughing. Yeah, we about to go. We about to wrap up. Somebody send the offering plate around. Don't even send him to the GED section. Send him over to the overflow. He ain't even had no business coming into this part of the building. He needs to be in the annex. He need to be watching from a monitor. He need to be in there watching from the monitor. Don't come in here disrupting. We finally got Rita under control with these Benson and Hedges cigarettes. He coming in here with these loud, hard bottom dress shoes on. Messing my train of thought up. Now I don't even remember where I was. Listen, let me get off here. Y'all have a good night. I'm about to... Lola, make sure you get his tithes and offers and his late fee. But no, seriously. So there's such a peace that I have. There's such a peace that I have in my life now, that I'm open to love. And again, I'm just thinking about this relationship because you really can't walk around being afraid of love. The best advice that I can give you is to open your heart to a person who has a good heart. Because there's no guarantee that love is going to last 5 years, 10 years, 12 years. Because all love isn't intended to be a forever kind of love, right? And we've talked about this before. Some relationships are 6 minutes. Some are 6 days. Some are 6 months. Some are 6 years. Some are 16 years, right? They all vary. But each one is designed to grow you and grow me. It's designed to teach you something, right? So what I've learned is, and the reason that I've allowed myself to be open to the possibility is because I know that it's all designed to grow me. And on the other side of that relationship, no matter how long it lasts, did you catch that S on last? Lasts. You got to hit that them S's. No matter how long it lasts, did you catch that? There's something in it for you. And I've said this before. For every single lesson that you can learn about someone else, there are 3 things that you can learn about yourself. So I'm open to the possibility of love because I know that I will always be able to recover. If it goes awry, niece, I will always recover, and you will too. I'll always recover, and so my goal is when I think about getting into a relationship or partnering and whatever, and I say this to you, you can't guarantee that the relationship is going to last, but what you do is you choose someone who has a good heart, because if they have a good heart, then they'll take care of yours, especially in the event that the relationship doesn't work, or once the relationship reaches its expiration. They'll be careful with your heart. Now, if you choose some old motherfucker that ain't shit, and some old nothing ass man like this boy over here on this TV show that Megan and Sarah dealing with, his old nothing ass, like, that's not somebody you should trust your heart with. But here's the thing about your heart too. You always save a little piece for yourself. You never give your entire heart. Now, I'm not saying you don't stand in the fullness of the relationship. I'm not saying that. Get in that relationship and be in that relationship and give your absolute best. Don't be no fool. Don't be no fool, but give your absolute best to that relationship. Because if and when it should end, you want that motherfucker to be sore that you're gone. You're like, damn, she was good to me. Damn, he was good to me. You understand what I'm saying? You want to leave him so fragile that when the next relationship that he gets into, it will never compare to you. He will always be thinking about you. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? But here's the ultimate lesson. The ultimate lesson is, if you should have, hold on, divine feminine energy coming in here yelling, hold on. See, they be fucking up my train of thought. Hold on. See, I can't even sink my teeth into this sermon tonight because these people, who are these people? We need security over here at the YouTube section because they just keep coming in here and all out. They just so disrespectful. Oh, they coming in here so disrespectful. What was I about to say? Okay, but the ultimate lesson. Here's the ultimate. No, you didn't tiptoe in here. I heard you coming in here with them kitten heels. Stomping all on that plywood up there. Here's the ultimate lesson. If and when the relationship should come to an end, right? You want to be able to walk away knowing that you're okay with how you handle them in the relationship. You want to be okay because you want your chi to be good. You want your energy to be good, right? So you want to always be able to look back and feel good about how you handled them in that relationship. And that's the way I look at it. And oftentimes we oftentimes are in situations or in relationships, or when we leave the relationship, we're so busy trying to protect ourselves and trying to come up from the situation that almost like a get over kind of, well, the relationship is over, but he didn't really, he didn't really get over on me. At least I was able to get away with this, that, and the third. But you want to feel good about how you handled them and how you walked away from it. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to live with yourself. I want to be able to live with how I handled you. Because no matter what stories you tell your friends or the people around you, I know I handled you well. And you know that I handled you well. You feel me? But don't be no fool. Ladies, don't be out here paying no man's child support. If he ain't got his money, then he ain't got his money. And you should be with his broke ass no way. If he ain't got money to take care of her child, then you damn sure don't need to be... You damn sure don't need to be fucking him raw. You don't need no possibilities over here. This is not spades. I got 2 in the possible. Yeah, you don't need to be having no kid with him. If he ain't paying his child support over here. And that leads me to another thing. You ladies and men, because some of y'all men are dating men that got children that they ain't taking care of either. If you are dealing with a man that has children and you know he ain't taking care of them, you know he a no good ass, you fill in the blank. You know he a no good ass, you playing yourself. Because the way that he's handling her is the way he will handle you. So I never understand that. I never understand a woman that's in a relationship with a man who mistreats his other children or mistreats the baby's mama, especially when she ain't crazy. Now, sometimes these babies' mamas are crazy, but not in those instances. I'm not talking about in those instances. I'm talking about in the instances where the ex-baby mama, she is in her right mind, and you just got a nothing-ass man. He don't want to pay child support. And you ain't really pushing him to be his best self because you are enjoying that extra money that he ain't sending to them kids that came before you. Hmm? You ain't pushing him because, see, that's a little extra money for you for your hair and nails, huh? I don't think y'all ready for what I'm talking about. Let me get off here. Is it 10 o'clock yet? Listen, y'all have an amazing night. Brush your teeth, floss your teeth, brush your tongue. I will be oil pulling tonight. Oil pulling. I'll be doing that tonight. I'm going to be saying my prayers tonight. I'm going to be asking for encouragement as I continue to write this book. You know, I pray before I write so that it's coming through me. And I'm not just sitting here just creating stuff. And I know y'all pushing me. Y'all ready for me to put this book out. But niece, I promise you, I can't give it to you until it feels right to me. It has to feel right to me. So I know y'all been saying, that we're going to do pre-sales December 1st. But niece, if I'm not close to being finished by then, niece, I can't do it. Okay? What? Did I talk about Power? I didn't talk about Power. I watched Power the other day. They say this is a big rich town. I'm just here from the poorest parts. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it. This is where it goes down. So you know they're supposed to put the song back this weekend. They're supposed to put the music back this weekend, the original song. I don't know why he ended up fucking with it in the first place. If you follow me on Instagram, Craig TheWriter Stewart, you've seen me up under 50 Cent's post. I'm like, you ain't had a business fucking with the theme song, no way. I sure did type that up under there. I said, you ain't had a business fucking with it, no way. Sly Foxy11 said, Craig, I got relationship questions. Do you do Skype sessions? I sure do. Email me at bookthewriter@gmail. Bookthewriter@gmail. Yes, I do. Yes, Trina Latrice. Yes, I'm going to take my time with this book, niece. But when it's ready, it's going to be ready. So listen, as I take my time with this book, I have to thank you because I always try to thank you as often as I can. Thank you so very much for supporting what I do. Because you support what I do, I'm able to sit here and write. Otherwise, my black ass would have to get up in the morning to go to somebody's job. I'd have to fight through traffic. Those are the right words, Monquetta. She is so negative. They say this is a big, rich town. Yeah. I'm just here from the poorest parts. Bright light, city life, I gotta make it. This is where it goes down. Those are the words. She don't even watch the show. She's trying to tell me what the words are. But anyway, listen. Thank you guys. Look, whoever that was that just asked me, I can't remember your, I think it's Sly something. Terry Davis over on Facebook said, yeah, he does it. For a fee, nothing is free. Listen, thank you for supporting what I do. When you guys purchase these coffee mugs, whether it's this one or Hey Girl Hey or Hey Boy Hey, or you order a t-shirt that says Good Day Thinkers. We have coffee mugs that say Good Day Thinkers too. I'm able to keep the lights on over here. When you purchase books, amen? Amen? I appreciate you supporting me. And so, like, even if you don't buy directly through me, because I know some of y'all are suspect. Because, see, slavery did a number on us. Slavery has taught us not to trust each other, huh? Not just in relationships, but in our friendships and in business. That was what slavery did to us as well. It did a number on us, niece. It did a number on us. We don't trust each other. We don't trust each other in love. So anyway, if you don't want to purchase directly through me through the Cash App, that's fine. You don't have to, niece. Go on over to Audible. You can go over to Amazon. I still get them checks too. They pay me once a month, but I still get them. They pay me once a month, but I still get them. And I just put all them little checks together and I pay the light bill. Okay, Sly Foxy 11. I pay the light bill and all that kind of stuff. So thank you for supporting what I do. All right? I hope I said something that kind of pressed on your nerve and causes you to think. Amen? Because that's what we're here for. Amen? All right, so you guys have an amazing night. I hope you guys had a very safe holiday. I hope you had a very safe holiday. Yes, Rodney, you did purchase all of my books. Yes, you did. And I appreciate you for that. I hope you guys had a very safe holiday. Tie in. Huh? Bianca, we're not reselling books in here, niece. She trying to resell the book after she done read it. Her page is all bent up. I love you too, little Londa. What city are you in, little Londa? Feel free says, when I purchase through Cash App, do I give you my address or shipping address? Yes, you do. So once you send, you can send it, when you send through Cash App, you can either put your shipping address in the memo in Cash App, or you can just email me through my website. My website is up there too. It's CraigTheWriterStewart.com. CraigTheWriterStewart.com. You just send me an email and say, hey, I Cash Apped you, niece. You know, and I purchased 3 books, and, you know, and here's my shipping address. However you want to do it, whichever is easier for you. Pride was great. I didn't really do a lot. I walked around at House Music in the Park on, was that Sunday? I went to House Music in the Park. It's House Music, and it's over in Grant Park. And that was the first time I'd ever been there. Hot as the devil's dick. That's hot, niece. It's hot. We went out there, and then I walked through Piedmont Park for a little bit, but I wasn't out there very long, and that was it, and I came on home. All right? So listen, you guys have an amazing night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, I was there, Bakari. You were there? A few of you came up to me like, hey, Craig. I can't remember the first guy that stopped me. He was like, oh, my God, I'm such a fan of your work. I can't remember his name. I asked him his name, and I can't remember. What's your question, Bianca? She's just trying to hold me here till 10 o'clock. Look at Hosea, Hosea talking about, I just got here. Well, you know what time we get to work. You know what time we get to work. Everybody in Florida, are you guys okay? Rita okay, because she was worrying me today over on Facebook. Everybody's okay down there in Florida? Pose, yeah, they had the season finale the other day. It'll be back next season. His Marvelous Life. Hey, boy, hey. All right, so my Florida people seem to be okay. Wisdom is here. Rita's in here, getting on everybody's nerves. Yes, Andrew. Bianca said, what goes on in Pride? Everything and nothing at all. Thank you, Rodney. I was on tonight at 9 p.m. on the dot. Shonda, why did I think you lived in Chicago? No, I've never seen Styling Hollywood. Yes, Lynette, she's gathering all of her things because it's time to go. Get your kitten heels, get your slippers. For those of you that, you know, came here in them high heels that you know you can't walk in. All right, everybody's good. Okay, Pamela, she's in Florida. She said she's okay. Come on, Miss Cutie 3. Or is that just Miss Cutie? Where the 3 is the E. She said, my hometown. You from Baltimore. At Pride, they have it's a bunch of clubs, Bianca. They go to the park. You know, they go to the mall. They go to Lenox Mall and they stand around. You know, that's what they do, niece. But listen, have a great night, y'all. Oh, I know what you're talking about. MWV. That's with Jason Bolden and his partner. I heard about that. Got it. Yes, anyone can go, Bianca. You can. Anybody can go. You don't have to be part of the community to go to Pride. Now, you know you cannot be saying words like punk and stuff. We talk like that on here privately. Anyway, bye, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.